Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading. Before we get right into it, I have a small announcement here that I'd like to make, and it's regarding the format of the readings that I'll be delivering, specifically for the mid portion of the month. So this reading that we're getting into now pertains to the 1st to the 15th approximately, and I generally have available on this channel a reading for the 15th to the 30th. Okay, so the way that I want to do it this month is I want to give the bulk of my time and my energy to the mid-monthly general readings. So that requires of me to reduce the amount of time and energy that I put into the private services that I offer, okay, private readings and things like that. So to do that, I've decided to form a subscription base for this mid-monthly reading, okay, that I'll be offering for all the signs around the 11th of October. So you can feel free to sign up for that mid-monthly reading to gain access once this video goes live. So right, watching this, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will link you to where you can save access to this mid-monthly reading. The price will be set at $222, okay, and all readings will be delivered to everyone who signs up on the 11th, okay, of October. So you'll get it just before the 15th of October, beginning the cycle to the second half of the month. Otherwise, thank you so very much for tuning in, everyone, and enjoy this first half of the month reading. Bye. Hi there, Virgo. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is your October reading, beginning October reading, spanning roughly the 1st to the 15th of the month. Of course, energy is fluid though, so it may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Let's get right into it. Virgo. It was a Capricorn, okay, so there may be a Capricorn involved in some way. Virgo, as I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, I was hearing closeout, okay? I was hearing closeout and burnout for a number of you. There's something that is coming to a head. I'm hearing frontier at the same time, and as I say that, pull the wheel of fortune in reverse. Okay, we'll hold that. I'm hearing we'll hold that true. Okay, we'll hold that true. Let us pull all the cards here. Now, I'm getting that there's something out of order, something also from the past, perhaps, and pieces coming together that were out of order, okay, and or recognition, understanding of it. Oh my goodness, so beautiful, Virgo. You have judgment in your final outcome, flying up into the wheel of fortune, capacitating this new beginning, this change. You're like, I'm ready for it. There's no more question of if I'm ready for it. I am ready, and I am moving towards it. It's official, okay. Ooh, it's beyond official. Justice in the energetic outcome as you move into this final outcome here. The energetic pathway, rather. Sandwiching this wheel of fortune. There's no turning back, and you have the Ace of Swords here in your very interesting in your theme, and it's overlaying the 3 of Wands upright. Very interesting. Look at this. You do have overlap with Capricorn. Capricorn got the Ace of Swords, not in their theme, but that had popped out while shuffling, and it was sitting above this 3 of Wands. You, Virgo, have the 3 of Swords beneath the 3 of Wands, okay, in reverse. Lovely. So whatever was sort of, I'm hearing an underpinning of dissatisfaction. You're like, it's being uprooted. Just as much and just as I envision this new beginning that I'm moving into, and the more that I almost replace the participation in what, and it could be intellectual, the way that I've perceived my world in a certain way, the more that I'm going to reflect and review on what that was and what that meant, and replace it with what I see into the future that accompanies this new beginning, that supercharges my entry through the portal here, okay? And so it may be, I'm hearing legally bound, I'm hearing legal references. For a number of you, this may be speaking to right, 2 other individuals, or I'm hearing a third-party situation in a certain way, where you may have felt, I'm hearing sticky, uncomfortable, I'm hearing uncomfortable, okay? You have the 10 of Cups, but right over this Daughter of Cups in reverse. Ooh, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse, right over Strength, okay. Now, and the Hierophant sitting right beneath Strength, upright, with the Fool sitting right beneath the Hierophant, with the Four of Cups in reverse, sitting beneath the Fool. Now, Taurus, this is Taurus's card. Taurus came out as well for Capricorn. I'm hearing Scorpio, though, for you. And let's see. So there's a new beginning. Okay, there's no question of a new beginning. And it speaks to the emotional realm. It speaks as well to the ways in which it's like your daily life, your lifestyle, your habit patterns, the way that you participated in your world is changing. I'm hearing it's under review, and I'm hearing reflection, and taking the time to really reflect about it. Before you make the decision, I'm hearing to come out about it. To come out about it. Perhaps I'm hearing a physical way. I'm hearing in a physical way specifically for you. Now, I'm here to make it known, to make it real. You, whatever this new beginning is, it's been an emotional roller coaster. I'm here, it's like one heck of a roller coaster. You, it's tested you. I'm hearing, and it's timed you as well. So something here about a very, very, very long road traveled that you, you recognize. It's time to take. An alternate mode of transportation to get me where I want to go. And it speaks of a creative journey. It speaks of the flow and the release of emotion, okay? It speaks of your propensity to feel, Virgo. And I'm hearing Capricorn yet again for you coming very strongly through. You have 2 8s sandwiching the 9 of Cups. You have 3 8s, actually. 3 8s, sandwiching the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. And you have here the Mother of Cups motioning over to this whole commotion here. But I keep almost saying Capricorn. And I almost said Libra and Leo. So there could be something triangular. I'm hearing triangulation of energy. So there's many different parties involved, many others who are almost relying on, I'm hearing the forces, relying on what comes of the situation. Now, and I'm zeroing specifically in on this 8 of Pentacles. And so I'm getting it's all coming to the surface. It's all brewing and broiling, and it's coming through itself to be known. Now I'm hearing action, inaction. So the tables are turning in the ways that you are capacitating this new beginning into the future, So the steps that you're taking are, I'm hearing for a number of you, haughty. Okay, haughty. So take it as you will, but you're like, I'm on it. Wherever I was not on it, and wherever I had sort of prolonged the process of things and taken a back seat perhaps in a certain way to it, or I'm hearing disguise, like did not take it on in a very clear way. Now is the time to capacitate change very, very clearly. Very, very clearly. Okay, now I was going to say 3 8s here, right? And it's interesting because Capricorn got similarly a sequence of numbers in the same exact area in their spread. They had 2 5s and a 6 of Cups. You have the 9 of Cups in the same position as their 6 of Cups. Their 6 of Cups in reverse, your 9 of Cups in reverse. There's overlap with Capricorn, dear Virgo, and I'm hearing Pisces for you as well. So you have here the Mother of Cups. This could be an individual who has a lot of water in their chart. Could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio. Someone who's very intuitive, I'm getting, sees through the etheric realms, okay, of matter. I'm hearing buoyancy, almost sits just at the surface of the horizon of converging realities, sees so much, is very open-minded, and this can be your own energy, Capricorn, Virgo, dear Virgo. This can be your own energy, but again, Capricorn's coming through for you very strongly, so it could be I'm hearing relaying information, the relaying of information. There could be a fusion of these energies between Capricorn and Pisces and Virgo. Nonetheless, let me read all the cards off to you here. You have the 6 of Swords in reverse in your deep past. You have the 3 of Pentacles in your recent past. Now, Capricorn pulled the 10 of Pentacles in their recent past. You pulled the 3 of Pentacles. Both of you have it in reverse. So, I will say this, Virgo. Capricorn's coming through very strongly for you. There could be a reference to matters of career, right? Capricorn ruling the 10th house, ruling Saturn, ruled by Saturn. And so this, and you've got the 8 of Pentacles, you've got the 3 of Pentacles. This could be a focus for you on the material, tangible world. I'm hearing assets, the ways in which this new beginning that I'm getting is emotional. First and foremost, speaking of the sense of emotional satisfaction, has this underpinning that in a way sees itself in the third dimension by way of your actions. I'm hearing your actions, your inactions. I'm hearing those two words strongly for you. Now, you have your Three of Pentacles in reverse leading to the Nine of Cups in reverse in your energetic pathway that is almost pouring out into the Eight of Pentacles upright. Okay. It was now very similar to Capricorn in that the Six of Cups was pouring into the Five of Swords. So there was this sort of reciprocity between these energies, the way that you're energetically ready. I'm hearing the energetic momentum for this new beginning. Okay, something that didn't quite pan out about this old world, this old dimension that you may have been participating in, that didn't quite give you the sense of satisfaction that you desired, and the satisfaction that it did give you, the sense of stability that it did give you, didn't quite measure up to the standard that you had expected. So it's almost like what you were putting in wasn't really giving you what you expected in a certain way. The amount of energy and time and resources and efforts that you were putting in and attention, okay, didn't quite give you the sense of measured progress that you expected, I'm hearing, at the outset. So whatever wasn't quite meeting the goals, I'm hearing meeting the mark, meeting the benchmark, is even that is in question. Was that even stability? And so you're recognizing there's this recoiling, okay, and sort of this shaking of foundation, of the perception of foundation at least. And so it's well, let's read all the cards off and then we'll get to the rest of the cards. You have 2 sixes here as well. Okay, and I will mention again that Capricorn had 2 5s. So there's something here going on in terms of the configurations of energy, the network of energy between these two archetypes. So you may want to check out Capricorn's video, Virgo. If I could recommend that, I would recommend that for a number of you, if you feel compelled to check out the Capricorn video, then you may want to do that. You have the Six of Wands in reverse in your advice, the Eight of Swords in reverse in your near future, beautiful. You have the Mother of Cups upright in your hopes and or fears. You have the Judgment card upright in your final outcome, yet again flying into the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have the Eight of Wands upright in your environment, and you have Justice in your energetic pathway. You are seeking, I'm hearing, you're seeking the clarity of discernment. So for a number of you, this could be legal action. Okay, you could be heeding legal counsel, and you feel that the readiness to do this, the readiness for this, will unlock your potential, and is in a way you feel aligned with the intuitive feeling that you have about whatever it is that you are led into after this point. And you may be heeding intuitive counsel as well in a certain way. Right? You may have support by you very strongly. Someone, excuse me, who, and it may be emotional, okay, I will say that. It may be an emotional process, okay, and I mean a prolonged process. It may be someone who just gets you, okay, so intuitively, just gets you, and is almost, I'm hearing, commissioning for a number of you, commissioning you through the process, okay, take it as you will, but supporting you through the process, seeing you through your own process. And that is supportive to you, and I'm hearing they're your ally, okay, they're your ally, okay, at the boundaries, at the periphery of the edges of this experience. And so you may be heeding their advice in a certain way, and be it your very own propensity, you're riding on this faith, okay, you're riding on this faith. I'm hearing for a number of you, this the higher sort of knowing of what comes when you just let go of how you configured your way in this previous world, in this previous dimension, in terms of your perception of it, and the perception of yourself in it, okay? And I'm hearing for a number of you, it's like, what am I doing here? What was I doing there? Okay, that kind of thing. So there's a reconfiguration of how we view the principles of, I'm hearing, our boundaries, and how we participate in the world that we create. And there's the realization, Virgo, that we create our world. And until this point, you know, have we been creating the world that suits us emotionally? Okay, and so there, I'm getting that in the past, in the recent past, there was this realization, okay, that almost like a foreshadowing. Okay, it was almost like a foreshadowing that this is all going to end in a certain way, as I may see it, as I may feel it. There's this inkling that, and you may have, it's like almost, you catch word of, okay, this, the restructuring, okay, of a foundation, the restructuring of I'm hearing a fantasy, of an ideal, of a foundation. And so you realize, well, you know, I'm hearing all said and done. It's like, I realize that it's a matter of how I continue to perceive this measure, I'm hearing standard of satisfaction and stability. And my perception of it, right, is of my making. I control how I perceive things. Okay, I'm hearing in time and space, in every moment and measure of the third dimensional, I'm hearing grounded material world. Okay, I'm hearing earth. And that I'm hearing premonition that I understand that it's a matter, I'm hearing, of sacrificing what is not aligned with the perception that I hold by way of my intuition. So it's this higher perception, this higher sort of knowing, this, I'm hearing there's grounded knowledge, and then there's this wisdom that you may have held about a certain matter, and I'm hearing a certain principle and a certain value system that just didn't quite sit right with you. And so there was this expectation of this course of events that may have come through for you, Virgo. And so it's almost like you're like, well, I'm ready to just let it go. Whatever I had emotionally invested in what could have come of it, I'm letting it go. I'm releasing it. But that leads me back to the point of needing to confront, needing to come to terms with what I have so far created in relation to this idealization of a standard of, I'm hearing, a dream of satisfaction, of stability. So it's almost like, right, there was this working towards a certain ideal, this working towards a certain measure of stability that it's like, right, you may have put a lot into it. Eight of Pentacles, right? Oh my goodness, it's like a huge support system. That's like, the spider has spun its web over and over and over and over again, day in and day out. And at the end of the day, there is a web. But the question is yet again, am I a spider? Do I want to call my home suspension? I'm hearing in the air, right? It's interesting because the Eight of Pentacles is an earth card. A heavy, heavy earth card, Eight of Pentacles, right? In a certain way, they're both very heavy, right? In a certain way, there is stability. It speaks of the progress of measured growth. I'm hearing algorithm, outcome. Okay, there's an ascertainment to the way in which we give of ourselves and what we kind of get back from it in a certain way, right? It's like I can go to work every day and I know I'm going to make that amount. I'm going to make that amount, but at the same time, does that ground me in the way of connecting me to who I am? Connecting me to where I want to be, okay? Very, very strong message coming through for you, Virgo. Where I want to be. So now you're realizing, well, what I have so far created, I need to now in some way confront that, come to terms with that. And there's a change to that. I see that there is a change to that. You have this triangulation of eights here. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords. And this is something that I'm hearing. It's a network. It's like a network that has grown. I mean, outgrown itself. And so it's a matter of how to bring this change about, how to recoil, how to, I'm hearing retrain, okay, retrain, it could be, I'm hearing assets, finances, okay, and for a number of you, very small number of you, how we perceive the ways in which we give of ourselves, okay, now, and I'm hearing of ourselves as well, it may be, right, speaking to teamwork, but, I'm getting that there is this gradual process, okay, that takes shape and takes form, that pertains to this network, I'm hearing, of individuals, okay, to this goal seeking and this goal setting. I said goal seating, so take it as you will. But whatever had firm foundations, you realize, was I really even creating something that, right, I felt was real, was tangible, grounded me? Or was it all, I'm hearing, my imagination? Because I realize now in this moment that it's all a matter, and I'm not only realizing what I may have realized, but I'm now coming very closely to terms with, regarding in a very active way, that it's all a matter of my perception, of my holding, of what I hold, of what I know to be true. That is my stabilizing force. And so it's a question of what I want to perceive and what I create by way of my perception and my self-perception, first and foremost, through that whole process. So Virgo, you're like, stability is in a way, I'm hearing a sacrifice, okay? Stability, as I may have perceived it, and as it plays itself, I'm hearing over and over and over in my world, so there may have been a concept of stability that you're working with, that you're reforming, I'm hearing retraining focus on what you feel gives you stability in a certain way, perhaps for a number of you, and I'm hearing heavy lifting, heavy weights, okay, something to do about a lot of, I'm hearing sustained growth, long-term, I'm hearing longevity, forward-looking, and Virgo, you're a very hard-working sign, right? Earth sign, ruling in the 6th house of service. If you've got a lot of Virgo in your chart, especially, of course, right, it always depends on your very personal chart, but, and the various elements that, right, go into it, but you, Virgo, you have this, this strength about you that at times may be quiet, okay, but nonetheless there, present, ever so present. And I'm hearing for you specifically standing by, willing to be of assistance. So it's like you may have found yourself in situation after situation after, I want to be purposeful. I want to be helpful. I want to give in a certain way that I feel, yes, will give back in a certain way. But my focus is on the giving. And so, but you're realizing, right, in a way, well, how does that connect me to the world that I exist in? And what is my part in that world? And is it the world that I want to perceive myself in? And you're focusing, Virgo, on, I'm hearing the outset of that dream, the outset of what shapes you. Not because it's what surrounds you, right, as things, as people, as places, as phenomena, but what it is that you embody, that gives you your form of character, that stability of who you are. What is that? That being your focus. And so, Virgo, you're coming to terms with you, with who it is that you want to see yourself as. And there may be someone here who sees it in you. Oh my goodness, they see it in you. And they want, I'm hearing they want to give it to you. They want to deliver this vision that they have of you to you. And I'm hearing listen in closely. So it may be, right, it's like a whisper, right? Just even a glance that someone looks at you in a certain way and you have this feeling that they see this thing in you. They're like, isn't it obvious, right? And there's this feeling, it's like penetrating energy towards you of pursue this. So it's like whatever, it's like something is coming out of the closet, Virgo, about you and you about it. And I'm hearing demonstrating power. So that it's like, you know, to take off, for the plane to take off on the runway, it's got to rev the engine, right? It's got to get like really aggressive with the force and the energy that it puts into it on the tarmac, right? It's like, it's loud. It smells like, you know, gas inside of the plane. It's a little, you know, rocky and turbulent, but it's got to be done. I'm hearing it smells bad, specifically smell bad. So take it as you will, Virgo. It's like it may be confounding the senses. Okay, the process to this transformation may be confounding the senses. Like, oh, I got to go through that, you know. Okay, and I'm zeroing in on blue kyanite here for you. So it may be a communicative thing. Okay, it's almost like it sounds gaudy. Okay, I'm hearing gaudy. It sounds unpleasant. Okay, but it's like I've got to say those things, and I've got to do what I've got to do what I want to do. And you're coming to terms, Virgo, with the principle of flight, with the principle of release, of what does not allow this flight to take off. So where you've been hanging out on the tarmac, so to speak, you're like, there's no time other than now to begin this next chapter. And so the change towards it I'm seeing is in effect. Okay, it's in effect, but it's almost, it may rely on some, I'm hearing financial assistance for a number of you, okay, related to this Justice card. It could be related to a Libra. Okay, someone who I'm hearing knows the ins and outs, okay, but it could be, again, speaking to the legal realm, okay, but there is a discerning quality to it. Yes, I'm getting that, like an officialization of the change that is in process. I'm hearing in order, and so it's taking it the time that it needs. I'm hearing due time. It's taking the due time that it needs. I'm hearing peacekeeping, pacemaking. So there's time that's needed to capacitate the change, but in the meantime, the emphasis is on the transition that you make in your own perception of the whole process of what you've been involved in. That is the tangible marker, okay? I'm hearing the entrainment of values, how it is that we see ourselves through what we create. Now, you're being heated to, I'm hearing follow through with the steps of enacting this change. So, right, being very deliberate with putting everything, it's almost like putting everything in order, out of order. Okay, making sure that every sort of a facet of this matter is handled with, I'm hearing, grace and diligent care. Okay, so you're being heated, right? Not just to release it all and, you know, goodbye and right. I don't know where I'm getting my ticket for, but I'm just getting my ticket. It's like, you're being heated to maintain the presence that you hold in a certain way, and to I'm hearing heed guidance, okay, and I'm hearing character and quality. So, and I'm hearing entrainment for you as well, Virgo. So there's yet again this focus on the reformation of ideals, boundaries strongly coming through for you, and the foundation. I'm hearing yet again outset. So as you are almost as you traverse your way into this next chapter, there's this catch-up time. Okay, it's like a lag, and you've got to move through the lag period. It's almost like a Mercury retrograde sort of thing. You've got to move through the lag of this retrograde, almost dealing with what has been done in a certain way that has accompanied this old world, as well in terms of your perception of it. Okay, but that process, I'm hearing, is conducive, is foundational to the beginning of this next new chapter. So it's almost like it's got to be here, right? You've got to go through this. And going through this is almost the initiation, okay, into the officialization energetically for you to really want this new beginning, to really be ready for this new beginning. Okay, and that's where your clarity comes. That's where your clarity comes in almost taking this whole set apart. I'm hearing this bike set apart. It's like what you've been riding with, this tricycle, whatever it may be. Like through this process, you're like, I've got to take. It's not only about just getting off the tricycle and moving on and right. It's time to fly and take a flight and take a plane this time. It's like, I've got to really sit down and take apart every piece to the bike and lay them all out and see it for what it's been. See the process of what I've been involved in for what it's been. And what I'm hearing what has allowed my progress. So it's almost like understanding your boundaries and your limitations in a certain way as it pertains to this experience. I'm hearing, is your golden ratio. Is your golden factor. It brings you closer to understanding you as you move through into this new beginning in your own new way. It's very exciting, Virgo. Enjoy October. Oh my goodness. Love and light to you. This is yet again your beginning October reading from the 1st to the 15th. I'll be back soon with your mid-October readings. Details on that following this message and in the details box below. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And again, I highly recommend you to tune in to your ascendant, rising, or moon sign, as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, sometimes even more than my sun. If you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. All right, thank you so very much again, Virgo. Have a beautiful October and September, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into your video. Again, this is a general announcement, and it pertains to the monthly readings and mid-monthly readings. A reminder, so for this month, I'll be doing it a little differently. Usually, right, I have two part readings for the month. I have from the 1st to the 15th and the 15th to the 30th. So the early portion, first half of the month readings, and that which pertains to the latter half of the month readings. Okay, so for this month, I want to be able to give the bulk of my time to the general readings, okay? And so to do that, I'm going to need to reduce the amount of energy and time that I put into the private readings that I do and the private services and so on and so forth. So to do that, I've decided to make accessible the mid-monthly readings by way of subscription. Okay, and so you'll be able to access that via my website, alchemyandyou.com. Once this video goes live, it's available on the website. So you can click the link in the description box below, or simply go to alchemyandyou.com, and there should be a banner there at the very top. You can click that and subscribe for your spot to receive the mid-monthly reading, okay? And I'll be delivering that to everyone on October 11th. So feel free to check it out if you'd like more details. The link in the description box below. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Loving the light to you all on this exciting journey forward, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.